Hi, are you above the age of 40 and struggling with your abdominal fat? Are you finding it difficult to keep your waistline under control? Then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to cover one, the health risks with having higher abdominal fat. Number two, the reasons or the causes that lead to accumulation of fat on your abdomen. And number three, what can you do to get rid of this waistline? So watch this video. This video is the abdominal fat reduction formula. People with higher amount of abdominal fat are at the risk of developing cardiovascular diseases. Many studies have shown that in women with higher abdominal fat, they have the risk of developing colorectal cancer. And in postmenopausal women, higher amount of abdominal fat has shown to increase the risk of breast cancer. So it's very important that we put this beast under control. Now, having higher amount of abdominal fat is also not aesthetically pleasing, but I'm not going to worry about that. The health risks are much higher than trying to look beautiful in front of the mirror. So I'm going to cover it from a health risk point of view. Uh, and before I share what you can do to reduce the abdominal fat, I will explain I will explain why the accumulation of fat in our abdomen happens, and that is primarily controlled by there are a lot of other factors, but primarily three hormones are at play. Number one is insulin. Insulin is an anabolic hormone. So whenever there is a spike of insulin in our body, it instructs the body to store fat. Uh, and that fat can be anywhere in the body, abdomen included. Number two hormone in play is cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and often in people who have higher levels of stress, either due to personal or professional reasons, they tend to store fat primarily in their abdomen. And number three is the hormone estrogen. Estrogen is a female reproductive hormone. Now, women tend to manage abdominal fat much better than men because of the support of hormone estrogen. But this support goes away after menopause. So after the age of 50, we do not have the support of estrogen, and that is when women start accumulating fat in their abdomen. And in the next section, I'm going to explain to you how we can regulate, maintain, and balance the hormones to get rid of this abdominal fat. I also want to make one thing very clear. Till date, there is no magical pill, formula, or an exercise that can magically melt away your abdominal fat. So before you start doing those 200, 300 crunches, abdominal crunches, or start blowing away your money in that flashy internet ads, which tells you that we will melt abdominal fat, listen to the next three steps I'm going to share with you. Reduction of abdominal fat needs us to build sustainable, healthy habits. That is what it is about. There is no shortcut to success. There is no shortcut to having a flat ab. It all needs patience, it needs practice, it needs healthy habits. So, the next part of the video and the most important part of this video. Number one, so we spoke about the hormone insulin. How do we balance? So if spike in insulin is raising the abdominal body fat, then what we need to understand is how to keep insulin under control so the accumulation of fat in our body is lesser. And that is primarily done with food and exercise, a combination of food and exercise. Certain food helps to balance your insulin levels, and I'm going to share those food. One is consume more of whole food. For example, rava, ragi, jowar, bajra, atta, dals, pulses, legumes. These are whole grains. Try to consume as much whole grains as possible when compared to processed and refined grains. Add protein in every meal, and they can come from non-vegetarian sources or vegetarian sources. Non-vegetarian sources include chicken, egg, fish, and vegetarian sources include dairy or soya products. Add salad in every meal. Salads help to balance your insulin levels. Number two is exercise. So first was food. Number two is exercise. Exercising helps a sugar uptake in your cells. So the sugar that is flowing in our bloodstream, when we exercise, it gets absorbed by the cell. The uptake increases. So exercising helps to balance the insulin levels. We must exercise 30 to 45 minutes per day, 6 days a week to manage the insulin levels. Now, and through exercise. Now, exercising not only balances insulin, it also helps to manage the cortisol levels by releasing happy hormones in our body. So, exercise not just to balance insulin, but also to manage your cortisol levels, which will bring down the accumulation of abdominal fat. Number three, sleep. 6 to 7 hours every day. And that is to balance your cortisol levels. Sleep is the time which helps us get over the stress that we have accumulated through the day. So sleeping is extremely important. So 3 things: eat well, exercise regularly, and sleep 6 to 7 hours every day, and see your abdominal fat melt away. And if you like this video, do not forget to share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.